Greetings! My name is Sue's Cat. I run the blog Confessions of a Laundry Fairy, and today marks the 16th week after my duodenal switch surgery, which took place August 2nd, 2018. I have been away, so I missed last week. I was visiting my mother. As you may recall, she's had some problems recently associated with open heart surgery and a couple of other surgeries that she's had done. She's just like the queen of surgeries recently. I think she's been feeling like surgery envy or something. It's like, Sue's had major surgery. Let's see what I know I'll do open heart. Yeah, I see how it is, Mom. I see how it is with you. Anyway, I went to see how she was doing, and we had some adventures that involved her going into the hospital, and all sorts of fun things happened, but she seems to be doing better, which is great news. She was able to be home for Thanksgiving, which was great news for her. She's done with being in the hospital, I think, for some time now. One of the minor nice things that happened, you may recall in the last video that I made that I was bemoaning the fact I was going to have to get some new clothes, which I still need to do. However, my mom was really nice. She has lost a considerable amount of weight recently, and she had these leggings that used to fit her and are now too big but are just right for me. So she handed them down to me. Yay for hand-me-downs, because it means that I don't have to buy more pants, at least not right away. So thanks, Mom. So that was nice. One of the things that we've gone through just recently was Thanksgiving, and one of the challenges that shows up just shortly after having had duodenal switch or any other kind of bariatric surgery, any kind of festivities that involve food are going to be challenging. And if you've had any kind of bariatric surgery, you know what I'm talking about. Frankly, my family has always been the live to eat rather than eat to live variety. And a number of our family get-togethers involve food traditions. On my mother's side, we're Swedish and Dutch, and at Christmas time we have a major family Yule board that we put together. And there's a lot of really delicious things that are available, and guess what? I just don't have the room for a lot of that anymore. So at Thanksgiving, I had to spend a little bit of time thinking about, how am I going to handle these kind of festivities in the future? How do I handle this one? The way that I handled Thanksgiving this year was to take small amounts of the things that I really wanted to eat. In almost any kind of gathering like this, there's going to be one or two traditional dishes where you say, yeah, fine, I don't really like it, but it's traditional. If you don't like to eat it, don't eat it. It's taking up space in your small tummy that could be used for better things. So if you really don't like something, don't take a serving. The ones that you do like, try them. You want to be careful about it because, as mentioned in the last video, you have to be careful about what you're eating or you won't be very happy. But focus on the protein, focus on the green vegetables. If you have any room left, you want to take tiny servings of things so that you can enjoy the taste of them. But frankly, one of the two things that you have going on for you, aside from the small stomach, is that you don't produce as much ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, as you used to. So what you eat is more likely to keep you satiated, at least for a little while, as at least one bariatric patient pointed out to me. It's like they turned me into a hobbit. And after a little bit of thinking about that, I realized that's absolutely true. You don't want to eat a whole lot at any one sitting, but you want to eat every 2 hours or so. So yeah, we're kind of hobbity afterwards. And that can be challenging, but it's one of those things where if you focus on the things that your surgeon recommends, and my surgeon recommends protein first, then non-starchy leafy greens, and if you have any room left over, you can have essentially tiny amounts of other things, but you want to be careful how much or you will be sorry, digestively speaking later on. That's the other thing you have to ask yourself is this particular thing that I want to eat worth the potential digestive distress it's going to cause me later? And for some of you, the answer is going to be yes. Nom, nom, nom. But for others, it's going to be, you know what? I remember the last time I had this and it was really making me unhappy. I'm not sure that it's worth it. And no one can make that decision for you. It's up to you to decide. You have to determine whether it is worth the potential risk. You have to determine whether it's worth it to you, for instance, not to be able to lose as much weight as you wanted this week because you chose to eat something that you knew wasn't going to work out well for you. But that has to be your decision to make. It's your body. You decide what goes into it. You decide how to take care of it. It is not up to me to decide for you. It's not up to anybody else to decide for you. You're capable of making your own decisions. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to tell you. And I think that'll probably cover it for this week. It's been an interesting last couple of weeks, but I don't have a whole lot else to discuss. So we'll bring this to a close. Again, my name's Srikanth. I run the blog Confessions of a Laundry Faerie, which can be found at laundryfaerie.blogspot.com. If you have questions, comments, or would like to give advice, please make comments below and I'd be happy to respond. I hope you've had a pleasant week, and I hope that the week ahead is a good one for you. And thanks for your time. Bye.